Imagine a beacon so powerful that sailors navigating the Mediterranean could see its light from miles away, guiding them safely through treacherous waters. The Lighthouse of Alexandria, or Pharos of Alexandria, was one of the tallest structures of the ancient world, a symbol of ingenuity, maritime mastery, and human ambition. Fires burned atop its towering structure, reflected by polished bronze mirrors, creating a spectacle that awed visitors and protected countless lives. Yet today, only fragments remain, leaving a mystery that has fascinated historians for centuries. Join us on History Vault as we explore the secrets of the Pharos, uncover its engineering marvels, and reveal the story of a wonder lost to time. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to discover ancient marvels, lost technologies, and mysteries that history tried to bury. Some wonders vanish, but their stories continue to guide curious minds. Imagine a beacon so powerful that sailors navigating the treacherous waters of the Mediterranean could see its light from miles away, guiding them safely to port. Yet for centuries, the Lighthouse of Alexandria, also known as the Pharaohs of Alexandria, remained one of the most enigmatic and awe-inspiring wonders of the ancient world. How could such a monumental structure survive storms, earthquakes, and centuries of neglect, and yet vanish almost entirely, leaving only legends, sketches, and fragments behind? Built on the small island of Pharos at the entrance of Alexandria's harbour around 280 BCE, this lighthouse was more than navigational aid. It was a symbol of human ingenuity, technological mastery, and the ambition of Ptolemaic Egypt. Commissioned by Ptolemy I and completed by his successor Ptolemy II, it stood as a testament to the city's power, wealth, and strategic importance. At an estimated height of 100 to 140 meters, it was among the tallest man-made structures of the ancient world, towering over Alexandria and visible for miles across the Mediterranean. The lighthouse's design was revolutionary. Constructed in 3 tiers, a square base, a cylindrical midsection, and a circular tower topped with a statue of Zeus or Poseidon, it combined architectural sophistication with functional brilliance. Massive blocks of stone, carefully interlocked, formed a resilient structure capable of withstanding harsh winds, salty air, and earthquakes. Inside, spiral ramps allowed workers to transport fuel to the summit, where fires burned continuously, their light magnified by polished bronze mirrors to guide ships safely to the harbor. Beyond its practical purpose, the Lighthouse of Alexandria was a cultural and symbolic marvel. It represented the city's ambition to dominate trade, maritime navigation, and political influence across the Mediterranean. Travelers, merchants, and scholars marveled at the engineering feat, recording their observations in texts that survived long after the lighthouse itself crumbled. Its image was replicated on coins, mosaics, and reliefs, ensuring its place in collective memory as a wonder that bridged art, science, and civilization. Yet, as magnificent as it was, the lighthouse was not immortal. Earthquakes, occurring over several centuries, would eventually damage and topple portions of the structure. Invaders scavenged its stones, and centuries of neglect allowed time to erode what remained. Despite its physical disappearance, the legend of the Lighthouse of Alexandria persisted, inspiring architects, engineers, and storytellers to imagine its grandeur. The mystery of the Lighthouse of Alexandria lies not only in its construction and purpose, but also in its disappearance. How did a structure so monumental, which guided thousands of sailors safely through the night, vanish from history almost entirely? Archaeologists continue to uncover submerged remnants in the harbor, offering tantalizing glimpses of what once was. Yet the full glory of the Pharos remains a puzzle, an invitation to explore the intersection of human ambition, technological mastery, and the inexorable forces of nature. The Lighthouse of Alexandria was not just a monument. It was a triumph of engineering, an achievement that blended architectural ingenuity with technological brilliance. Constructed on the island of Pharos, the lighthouse faced a daunting challenge of surviving the harsh coastal environment. Relentless winds, salty sea spray, and the constant threat of earthquakes. Yet, the engineers of Ptolemaic Egypt managed to create a structure that stood tall for centuries, guiding sailors safely to one of the busiest harbors of the ancient world. Its design was revolutionary for its time. The lighthouse comprised 3 distinct tiers: a square, massive base that provided stability against strong winds and seismic activity, a cylindrical midsection that elevated the light source to an incredible height, and a circular tower at the summit, crowned with a statue, likely of Zeus or Poseidon, symbolizing divine protection over the city and its sailors. Each level served both functional and symbolic purposes, demonstrating how architecture could combine practicality with artistry. The construction materials were meticulously selected. Massive stone blocks were carefully cut and interlocked without mortar, relying on precise engineering to ensure durability. Lead or iron clamps may have been used to secure the blocks together, providing stability while allowing the structure to flex slightly during earthquakes. This combination of mass and flexibility was key to its longevity, showcasing a sophisticated understanding of structural mechanics long before modern engineering principles were formalized. Inside the lighthouse, a spiral ramp or staircase wound up to the summit, allowing workers to transport fuel for the beacon. Fires burned continuously at night, their light reflected and magnified by polished bronze mirrors or polished metal plates. Some accounts suggest that the light could be seen from over 30 miles away, a staggering achievement for the ancient world. This technological innovation made the lighthouse one of the first known examples of a functioning navigational aid, demonstrating how human ingenuity could harness fire, mirrors, and elevation to protect lives and facilitate commerce. The Lighthouse of Alexandria was also a testament to collaboration and specialization. Architects, engineers, stonemasons, metalworkers, and laborers coordinated in a massive undertaking, each contributing their expertise. The sheer scale of the project required logistical mastery, transporting heavy stones from quarries, shaping them with precision, assembling them at a challenging coastal site, and maintaining a continuous workflow for years. The result was a structure that combined aesthetics, functionality, and resilience, a feat that would inspire engineers and architects for generations. Artistic details enhanced its impact. Sculptural reliefs adorned parts of the structure, depicting mythological figures, sea creatures, and symbols of maritime power. The statue at the top not only marked the lighthouse as a sacred monument, but also acted as a symbol of the city's dominance, a visual reminder to all approaching ships of Alexandria's wealth, technological prowess, and divine favor. Sunlight reflected off its bronze surfaces during the day, while the beacon illuminated the night, creating a spectacle that was both functional and awe-inspiring. The lighthouse's engineering brilliance also included considerations for maintenance and adaptability. Workers could access the upper levels to tend fires and perform repairs. Its design allowed for modular construction, enabling sections to be reinforced or rebuilt as necessary. This foresight contributed to its survival through centuries of natural, where before catastrophic earthquakes ultimately reduced it to ruins. The Lighthouse of Alexandria was more than stone and fire. It was a symbol of human ambition, a monument where science, art, and devotion converged. By combining innovative engineering with artistic vision, the architect of the Pharos created a structure that became legendary in both its function and its form. Travelers, historians, and sailors documented its magnificence, ensuring that even after its physical collapse, its story would endure in literature, sketches, and imagination. In essence, the lighthouse exemplified the merging of utility and beauty, proving that technology could serve humanity while also inspiring wonder. It was a marvel of its age, demonstrating that ancient civilizations were capable of feats rivaling, and sometimes surpassing, those of later generations. The Colossus of Bronze and the Lighthouse of Fire both symbolize the same truth. Human ambition, when combined with ingenuity and devotion, can create wonders that transcend time. For centuries, the Lighthouse of Alexandria stood as a guiding light, not just for sailors navigating the Mediterranean, but as a symbol of Alexandria's power, innovation, and ambition. Yet even the greatest monuments are vulnerable to the relentless forces of nature and human turmoil. Over the course of centuries, a series of devastating earthquakes would shake the foundations of the Pharos, causing partial collapses that gradually diminished its grandeur. Historical accounts describe how successive tremors in 956 CE, 1303 CE, and 1323 CE left the lighthouse severely damaged. Each seismic event chipped away at its structure, until eventually only fragments remained. While the fires atop the tower had once been visible for miles, guiding ships safely into harbor, the beacon went dark, leaving the Mediterranean sailors to rely once more on stars and maps. The gradual disappearance of the lighthouse was not just a loss of a physical structure, but fading of a cultural and technological marvel that had inspired awe for centuries. In addition to natural disasters, human intervention contributed to its decline. Invaders scavenged stone and metal from the lighthouse to build fortresses, mosques, and other structures. Alexandria itself changed hands multiple times throughout history, and each ruling power repurposed materials as needed. By the 14th century, the lighthouse was largely in ruins, and today, only submerged remnants and scattered stones hint at its former magnificence. Yet the Lighthouse of Alexandria's story did not end with its destruction. Legends, myths, and literary accounts preserved its memory, often embellishing its scale and grandeur. Some tales suggest that it reached heights of up to 140 meters, while others describe the bronze mirrors at its summit as casting sunlight across the sea like a blazing torch. Sailors and travelers marveled at its ability to guide ships safely to harbor, elevating the lighthouse into both a practical tool and a mythical wonder. Artists, historians, and travelers across generations sought to capture its image. Coins, reliefs, and sketches replicated the lighthouse's tiers, spiral ramps, and towering beacon, ensuring that even after its collapse, its image endured in collective memory. In some accounts, the statue atop the lighthouse, believed to be Zeus or Poseidon, was said to animate the structure with divine presence, reinforcing the idea that the Pharos was not merely a building, but a symbol of celestial protection over the city. The decline of the Lighthouse of Alexandria teaches a profound lesson about the impermanence of even the most remarkable human achievements. While natural disasters and human actions can destroy physical monuments, the knowledge, inspiration, and cultural significance they generate persist. The lighthouse continues to captivate the imagination of engineers, architects, historians, and storytellers, serving as a symbol of innovation and human ambition that transcends material fragility. Legends of the Pharos inspired generations of builders and dreamers. Medieval and Renaissance architects sought to replicate its tier design in towers and spires, while writers and poets invoked its brilliance to symbolize guidance, hope, and human ingenuity. In this way, the lighthouse's legacy outlasted its stones, proving that the true measure of a wonder is not merely its physical endurance, but its enduring impact on human imagination. Even today, underwater archaeological surveys of Alexandria's harbor reveal submerged remnants of the lighthouse, offering tantalizing clues about its construction and scale. Divers have discovered massive stone blocks, some carved with inscriptions or reliefs, confirming descriptions recorded in historical texts. These fragments allow scholars to reconstruct aspects of the Pharos' architecture, materials, and engineering methods, bridging the gap between myth and reality. Ultimately, the Lighthouse of Alexandria exemplifies the interplay between human ambition, natural forces, and the passage of time. Its decline underscores the fragility of material achievements, while its legends and historical accounts highlight the enduring power of innovation and imagination. The Pharos remains a timeless testament to humanity's ability to create one. Though the Lighthouse of Alexandria lies in ruins today, its legacy has been preserved through a combination of archaeology, historical accounts, and modern reconstructions. Scholars and underwater archaeologists have long been fascinated by the Pharos, seeking to uncover the physical remnants of one of the greatest engineering feats of the ancient world. Excavations in Alexandria's harbor have revealed massive stone blocks, foundations, and submerged fragments, providing vital clues about the lighthouse's dimensions, materials, and architectural sophistication. These findings confirm the scale described by ancient writers. The base was enormous, constructed to anchor the tower against both the relentless sea and seismic activity. The three-tiered design, a square base, cylindrical middle section, and circular upper tower, allowed engineers to combine structural stability with aesthetic elegance. The spiral ramp inside enabled fuel to be transported to the summit, where fires illuminated the Mediterranean and served as a beacon for countless sailors. Bronze mirrors or polished metal surfaces likely amplified the light, showcasing an innovative blend of science and artistry that modern historians still marvel at. Reconstruction efforts, both digital and physical, have helped historians and the public visualize the lighthouse in all its grandeur. Digital models use archaeological data, ancient descriptions, and artistic interpretations to recreate the tiered structure, the spiral ramp, and the summit statue. Some reconstructions depict the statue as Zeus or Poseidon, towering above the blazing beacon, while others emphasize the lighthouse's functional brilliance as a guiding light. These models allow us to appreciate not only the technical ingenuity, but also the symbolic significance of Pharos, bridging the gap between myth and reality. The modern legacy of the Lighthouse of Alexandria extends far beyond archaeology. It remains a symbol of maritime innovation, inspiring the design of lighthouses across the world. Its influence can be seen in European lighthouses built during the Renaissance and in modern coastal navigation structures. Engineers study the Pharos not only as a marvel of ancient construction, but also as an early example of applied science, combining optics, fire, and elevation to achieve a practical yet awe-inspiring result. Culturally, the lighthouse has endured as a symbol of guidance, hope, and human ambition. It appears in literature, film, and art, representing civilization's ability to harness technology in service of safety, commerce, and progress. Coins and mosaics from antiquity depict the Pharos, while modern media often references it when discussing legendary structures or monumental engineering achievements. The lighthouse transcends time, illustrating how even lost monuments can continue to influence culture, architecture, and imagination. Archaeological studies also provide insight into the challenges of preserving heritage in dynamic environments. The Pharos was repeatedly damaged by earthquakes, and its stones were repurposed over centuries. Underwater surveys now reveal these submerged remnants, allowing researchers to study construction techniques, material durability, and urban planning in ancient Alexandria. These discoveries are invaluable, not only for understanding the lighthouse itself, but also for appreciating the broader sophistication of Ptolemaic Egypt and the integration of technology, art, and symbolism in monumental architecture. In a broader sense, the Lighthouse of Alexandria demonstrates the enduring power of human creativity. Though the structure no longer guides sailors, it continues to guide our understanding of ancient engineering, art, and culture. It teaches that physical loss does not diminish intellectual and cultural achievement. The stories, reconstructions, and ongoing study ensure that the Pharos remains alive in human imagination. Ultimately, the archaeological findings, reconstructions, and modern interpretations of the Lighthouse of Alexandria remind us that human innovation can transcend time. The Pharos exemplifies how vision, skill, and determination can produce works that inspire not just contemporaries but countless generations to come. Even in ruin, the lighthouse continues to shine, illuminating the past and guiding the future. The Lighthouse of Alexandria may no longer stand, yet its legacy shines brighter than ever in the annals of human history. This monumental structure, once visible for miles across the Mediterranean, was far more than a navigational aid. It was a symbol of human ambition, ingenuity, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Its story offers profound lessons about innovation, resilience, and enduring power of vision, even when the physical manifestations of that vision crumble with time. The lighthouse's construction demonstrated that technology and artistry are not mutually exclusive. Its three-tiered design, spiral ramps, blazing fires, and reflective mirrors were a combination of architectural brilliance and practical engineering, showcasing how human creativity can solve complex problems while inspiring awe. The structure embodied the Ptolemaic rulers' desire to assert power and protect their city, blending political ambition with divine symbolism. Yet it also communicated a universal message. Through collaboration, innovation, and dedication, humanity can achieve feats that transcend ordinary limits. Philosophically, the Lighthouse of Alexandria reminds us that impermanence is an inherent part of human achievement. Earthquakes, erosion, and human intervention destroyed the lighthouse, but its impact has endured for millennia. The story of the Pharos teaches that legacy is not measured solely in material durability, but in cultural influence, inspiration, and the lessons passed down through generations. Its technological ingenuity informed the construction of lighthouses across the world, and its symbolic significance continues to influence art, literature, and popular culture. The lighthouse's enduring influence is evident in modern architecture and engineering. Coastal lighthouses, tall towers, and even urban skylines owe inspiration to the Pharos, demonstrating how a single visionary project can shape the trajectory of human development. Scholars study its design to understand ancient engineering, while artists and filmmakers draw upon its imagery to evoke wonder and exploration. Its story continues to captivate imaginations, reminding us that the most profound creations are those that live on in thought, culture, and collective memory. Beyond architecture, the Lighthouse of Alexandria embodies hope and guidance. For sailors of the ancient Mediterranean, its fires were literal beacons of safety. Today, Its metaphorical light continues to guide curious minds exploring history, archaeology, and human potential. The Pharos encourages us to strive for excellence, embrace creativity, and leave a mark that endures beyond the limitations of our physical existence. Its collapse does not diminish its significance. Rather, it amplifies the power of ideas, reminding us that human achievement transcends material form. In reflecting on the Lighthouse of Alexandria, we recognize that its brilliance lay not only in its height or technological sophistication, but in its ability to inspire generations. From the engineers and laborers who built it, to the travelers and historians who chronicled its magnificence, and to the modern scholars, artists, and dreamers who study today, the lighthouse serves as a bridge connecting past ingenuity with present curiosity. Its story demonstrates that true wonders endure not only in stone or bronze, but in imagination, memory, and inspiration. The Lighthouse of Alexandria challenges us to dream boldly, innovate fearlessly, and embrace collaboration. It reminds us that even when monuments crumble, the impact of human vision persists. The Pharos illuminates the path for all who seek to create, explore, and understand the world, proving that the greatest legacies are those that ignite curiosity, inspire action, and endure in the hearts and minds of future generations. Even today, standing at the edge of Alexandria's harbor, one can imagine the fires blazing atop the tower, the reflective mirrors casting light across the waves, and the statue at its summit overseeing the city. Though the stones lie submerged beneath the water, the spirit of the Lighthouse of Alexandria remains alive, a timeless testament to human ambition, creativity, and the enduring quest to reach for the extraordinary. Though the Lighthouse of Alexandria no longer illuminates the seas, its story shines across centuries. It symbolizes human ambition, innovation, and the desire to reach beyond the ordinary. Archaeology, historical texts, and reconstructions help us glimpse its grandeur, ensuring the legend endures. If the saga of the Pharos intrigues you, subscribe to History Vault and hit the bell icon. Explore lost civilizations, ancient engineering marvels, and timeless wonders. Monuments may crumble, but the brilliance of human imagination continues to guide us, just as a lighthouse once guided sailors safely to harbor.